The galaxy has changed. Where once there was the light of the Republic, now stretches the suffocating shadow of the Empire. 10 years have passed since the fall. 10 years since the Jedi Order was betrayed and exterminated. But for one being in the galaxy, time heals nothing. Time is merely a furnace that keeps his hatred burning. In his meditation chamber, Darth Vader feels a disturbance. It's like a phantom itch in a severed limb. Kenobi. His cowardice has a specific scent to the Sith Lord, the scent of Mustafa's ashes and deep regret. The Emperor commands him to forget the past, to focus on crushing the rebellion, but he does not understand. The past is not dead. The past must be executed. Meanwhile, on a desolate planet in the Outer Rim, where night seems eternal and a toxic fog covers the ground, a hooded figure walks with difficulty. Obi-Wan Kenobi does not live. He merely survives. Every day is an exercise in penance. He hides not only from the Empire, but from himself, haunted by the ghosts of everyone he failed to protect. Sometimes in the silence of the wasteland, he still hears the screams in the Jedi temple, and the voice of his former apprentice shouting as the fire consumed him. Suddenly, the howling wind ceases. A total, unnatural silence falls over the land. Obi-Wan stops. His eyes widen, not with fear, but with a terrible resignation. An intense cold freezes his soul, a chill that does not belong to this climate. He feels it. The shadow has found him. From the thick fog, a black silhouette, tall and imposing, emerges. The sound of mechanical breathing fills the air, rhythmic and terrifying. Vader projects his synthesized cold voice saying, "I felt your despair from parsecs away, Kenobi. It shines in the Force like a beacon of failure." Obi-Wan responds, his voice trembling but attempting to hold firm. "You should not have come. There is nothing here for you but dust and ghosts." The unmistakable sound of a lightsaber igniting tears through the silence. The crimson-red glow floods the environment, reflecting off the Sith Lord's black mask. Vader declares, "Anakin Skywalker was weak. I destroyed him, just as I will destroy the last remnant of his weakness, you." Obi-Wan closes his eyes for a second. When he opens them, there is a flicker of the old Jedi Master. His blue saber ignites, clashing visually with the red. He says, "Then I will do what I must." Again. The first clash is brutal. Vader attacks with overwhelming physical force, a heavy blow that buckles Obi-Wan's knees. This is not an elegant dance like in the days of the Republic. It is a street brawl, a murder in progress. Vader fights like a siege engine, every strike designed to break bones. Obi-Wan fights like a drowning man, parrying desperately just to buy one more second of life. Vader pushes his old master against a rock using the Force and taunts him. "Your strength has faded, old master. Where is the arrogance of the Jedi Council now?" Wiping blood from the corner of his mouth, Obi-Wan assumes his classic defensive stance, but his hands shake. He replies, "My strength does not come from hate, it comes from peace, something you will never understand." Vader laughs, a metallic, joyless sound. "Peace? Look at you, a rat hiding in the shadows, waiting for death. You are a relic, Kenobi, a living monument to a failed code." The Sith Lord advances again, delivering a series of rapid strikes. He senses Obi-Wan's hesitation. The Jedi still sees the boy from Tatooine behind the mask. Compassion is his weakness. Vader delivers a massive lateral strike, and the sabers lock together, sizzling inches from their faces. Whispering dangerously close, Vader says, "You pride yourself on being a protector, but you could not protect the Republic. You could not protect me from myself. And you think your history of failures began with me? No." Vader pushes Obi-Wan back, breaking the lock, but surprisingly, he does not attack. He deactivates his lightsaber, plunging the scene into near darkness, illuminated only by Obi-Wan's trembling blue blade. The silence returns, heavier than before. Vader is preparing a weapon worse than a lightsaber. He is about to use the truth. The silence that follows the deactivation of Vader's lightsaber is more deafening than the clash of combat. The only remaining light comes from Obi-Wan's blue blade, which trembles visibly in his tired hands, casting long, distorted shadows against the jagged volcanic rocks. Vader remains motionless, an impenetrable tower of darkness, letting the sound of his respirator echo rhythmically, like a clock counting down the remaining seconds of his former master's sanity. He does not need a physical weapon right now. He possesses ammunition that is far more cruel. Vader begins to walk slowly, circling Obi-Wan like a predator who knows the prey has nowhere to run. His synthesized voice tears through the air, deep and laden with a contempt that seems to make the very ground vibrate. "You cling to your past victories, Obi-Wan," he says. "You console yourself at night thinking that although you failed me, you rid the galaxy of other evils. You think of Naboo. You think of the moment you avenged your fallen master." At the mention of Naboo, Obi-Wan's breath hitches. The memory of Qui-Gon Jinn dying in his arms is a wound that has never fully healed. He grips his saber hilt tighter, his knuckles turning white. "I defeated the Sith on Naboo," Obi-Wan replies, his voice sounding weak against the howling wind. "He fell. I saw him cut in half. It was finished." Vader stops walking. He turns his expressionless mask directly toward the Jedi's blue-lit face. A low, guttural laugh emanates from the vocoder. "Your eyes betray you, just as they betrayed us all," Vader retorts. "You trust too much in physical reality, in flesh and bone. But the dark side is not bound by the fragility of the body. Hatred. Hatred is an anchor stronger than gravity." The Sith Lord takes a step forward, invading Obi-Wan's personal space, ignoring the humming lightsaber inches from his armor. "The Zabrak lives, Kenobi." "Do." The words hit Obi-Wan with the force of a physical blow. He stumbles back a step, shaking his head in instinctive denial. "No," he whispers, the denial coming out shaky. "That is impossible. I saw him fall into the pit. No one could survive that." "You underestimate the power of revenge," Vader continues, relentless, savoring every syllable. "Darth Maul did not die that day. While you celebrated your victory and mourned for Qui-Gon, He was crawling in the darkness, broken, insane, feeding on vermin and his own madness. He survived for one single reason, the desire to see you suffer. Obi-Wan's mind spirals into a whirlwind. Images from 30 years ago flood his consciousness, but now stained by this horrific new truth. If Maul survived, was Qui-Gon's death in vain? If Maul survived, how many others have suffered at his hands while Obi-Wan arrogantly believed the job was done? Doubt corrodes his moral foundation. He feels suddenly nauseous, the weight of his failures multiplying exponentially. Vader senses the rupture in the Jedi's psyche. He continues to hammer the weak point. He returned, Obi-Wan. He led criminal armies. He murdered duchesses. He burned worlds. And all of this happened because you did not finish the job, because you are, and always have been, incomplete. A half-warrior, a half-master. Obi-Wan falls to his knees, not from physical exhaustion, but from the crushing weight of guilt. The lightsaber slips from his fingers and rolls onto the dusty ground, deactivating with a final hiss. The darkness is now total, save for the blinking lights on Vader's chest panel. Why? Obi-Wan's voice is a broken thread in the dark. Why are you telling me this? To mock me before the end? Vader's answer is cold and pragmatic, devoid of any residual humanity from Anakin Skywalker. So that you understand the depth of your irrelevance, you saved no one, not Qui-Gon, not Satine, not the Republic. And certainly, you did not save me. The monster of Naboo lives, while the Chosen One died. Your legacy is nothing but ash and blood. Vader ignites his saber once more. The red glow illuminates Obi-Wan's face, which is bathed in silent tears and catatonic shock. The Jedi is broken, not by combat, but by the revelation that his life of sacrifice was built on failures and half-truths. He looks up at the black mask, and for the first time, he does not see Anakin. He sees only the abyss, and the abyss is about to swallow him whole. The red blade hums, rising high above Vader's head. It is the executioner's axe, poised to sever the last link to the old Jedi Order. Obi-Wan kneels in the dirt, his eyes fixed on the black boots of the monster he once called brother. The despair is absolute. If Maul lives, if the Sith rule, if all his sacrifices were in vain, then perhaps death is a mercy. Perhaps becoming one with the Force is the only peace left. Obi-Wan closes his eyes, preparing for the end. But in that darkness behind his eyelids, he sees something. It is not the burning temple. It is not Satine. It is not Qui-Gon. It is a binary sunset. It is a small moisture farm on Tatooine. It is a boy. A jolt of electricity runs through Obi-Wan's spine. The boy. If he dies here today, there is no one left. Maul is out there. Vader is here. The galaxy is filled with predators, and the last hope of the light is unprotected. The revelation that broke him a moment ago now becomes the fuel for his survival. He cannot die. Not yet. Vader swings the blade down, a strike meant to cleave bone and soul. In a fraction of a second, Obi-Wan's eyes snap open. They are no longer the eyes of a tired old man. They are the eyes of a general of the Clone Wars. He doesn't reach for his lightsaber. Instead, he thrusts both hands forward into the volcanic soil. Roaring with an effort that strains every fiber of his being, he channels the Force not into a push, but into an explosion. The ground beneath them detonates. A massive cloud of superheated steam, ash, and toxic dust erupts upwards, catching Vader off guard. The Sith Lord stumbles back, his cape whipping violently as the shockwave hits him. Ideally, he would cut through it, but the density of the Force-infused debris blinds his senses for a critical heartbeat. "Coward!" Vader screams, his voice amplified, slashing blindly into the thick grey cloud, the plasma blade hissing as it evaporates the moisture. But there is no one there. Obi-Wan is moving. He is running through the jagged canyons, his lungs burning with the toxic air, his body screaming in protest. He is not running out of fear. He is running towards a duty. He scrambles up a narrow ridge, slipping into the labyrinth of caves where a heavy armor-clad cyborg cannot follow. Back at the crash site, the dust settles. Darth Vader stands alone in the crater. His chest heaves with the rhythm of his mechanical lungs. He reaches out with the Force, searching, hunting. But Kenobi has masked his presence, burying it under the natural chaos of the planet. Vader deactivates his saber. He has not killed Kenobi, but he believes he has broken him. He turns back to his ship. The old man is of no consequence. Let him rot in the desert with his ghosts. Days later, on Tatooine, the twin suns are setting, painting the sky in hues of purple and gold. Obi-Wan stands on a dune, watching the Lars homestead in the distance. He looks different now. The slump in his shoulders is gone. He pulls his hood up. Vader was right. The past is dead. Anakin is gone. Qui-Gon is gone. And yes, Maul is alive, a chaotic variable in a dangerous universe. But Vader was wrong about one thing. Obi-Wan is not a monument to a failed code. He is a shield. He is the last line of defense. He touches the lightsaber at his belt, not his own, but the one he took from Anakin. Let Maul come, he whispers to the wind. Let Vader come, I will be ready. Obi-Wan Kenobi turns and walks back into his hut. The Jedi Master is gone. The Guardian has awakened.